5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Matt Gibbs is in the studio, and the phone lines are working. Everything is mechanical. If you don't have people who know how to fix things, then you can't really live your life these days. So Dan fixed our phone line this morning, and now it's working. So I can invite you to call Matt right now with your car questions. And in the course of today's show, Matt has a gift certificate for a free oil change. And this will go to somebody who's never been to Sunrise Automotive before. So he wants a new customer.
I want a new customer.
A new friend. You want a new person.
A new family member.
New family. I'm a member of your family.
Yes.
How come I don't get invited to birthdays?
Come on. I don't even get invited to birthdays.
So I was at your shop the other day. I know you know this because I just told you. You weren't there. Philip was there.
I was probably at the auction.
Oh, we're really getting new cars?
Well, looking at cars, but...
So I want you to comment on these things I'm going to tell you. So Friday, Robin and I had an Oktoberfest down in Oviedo, and we're going out to the car, and sure enough, I see what I think is a nail in the tire. And I thought, they'll probably be okay. I don't see it. And then the more we thought about it, the more we became worried being on the turnpike going 70 miles an hour with a nail. So we went to your place, and Philip looked at it, and it turned out it was just a little tiny screw, very, very short, didn't even puncture the whole tire, it just went into the rubber. I literally was maybe 1/8 of an inch. It was so small. So we lucked out. But tell me your thoughts on that. Had it been an actual, it was like the finishing nail, as far as the width of the head, would that have caused an accident for me?
No.
No.
Well, I don't think it would have caused an accident. But, I'm glad that you came by. Better to be... I would not want to drive to Oviedo with a screw in my tire.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What can cause the accident, if that screw did penetrate and was leaking air, then you're losing air, and you're going 70 miles an hour. And
right.
What if something happened, and you got one tire that doesn't have the proper air pressure? Not only could it become an unsafe thing, but it's also now you're putting that particular tire under a lot of stress, under wear.
Right.
So it's always better to be safe than sorry. Because what if that tire, what if something would have happened and you knew that you had a screw in it?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. Well, and I believe in God, and so I thought, how is it possible that I even saw that thing? I thought it must have been God telling me get that thing taken care of. So I don't know. Is that crazy? But do people, or how do you? Because we don't really look at our tires. We don't really do that. So how do you know, unless it's going flat, that you might have a nail? Do you ever have people come in and say, just, hey, I'm going on a road trip, just check everything?
Yes. We have lots of people that say, we're going on a road trip, can you give me we just call it a trip check.
Yeah.
And we check the air pressures, and we check all the fluids. Even if they don't, I don't need an oil change, I just going on a trip. Can you just, if we're going out of town, I always bring her car in and just say, guys, just give me a little trip check.
What's a distance you wouldn't worry about? Like Oviedo, you obviously think that's far enough away. Is it because we're going to be on the turnpike?
Well, if you're, you
got a little bit of city traffic going through Orlando there.
Yeah. Some people that's almost like a daily drive for them. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And if we're going to Orlando, would I make it a point? Maybe not. Just depending on, hey, we changed our oil, 2 weeks ago, because usually we always drive my wife's car. So, I did an oil change 2 weeks ago. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just going to Orlando.
Yeah.
But if we're going somewhere, and she'll stay on me. Hey, we're making this trip.
Right.
Get the car in.
You have a phone call, and you should be able to converse with this person because Dan fixed it. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Morning, guys.
Hey.
Telephones are still working pretty good here.
Thank you.
See, my experience with like a screw or a nail in the tire, usually you can hear that tick, 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 tick when you're driving. Sometimes a stone will do that, but usually you can pick up a nail or something and hear that if you got good hearing.
That's true. I have heard that, but I didn't hear it this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the reason I called in, my stepson recently bought an older car with no mechanical information on the upkeep of it. The car is a little over 100,000 miles. Is there any way physically you can check the timing belt on that car, or you kind of just go by with high mileage to replace it?
On some, is this the Saab by some chance?
Yeah, this is the Saab, right? Yeah, it's got 106 on it, so we don't know what was all done other than the fact that the car had plenty of oil changes, and I believe the fluid was flushed out. But as far as that timing belt, is there any way you can look at that, or would you just suggest changing it?
Well, sometimes on them you can take the top. There's a plastic cover that covers the timing belt. So on a lot of the models, we can pop that front cover off. But here's the thing: typically a timing belt doesn't show cracks or anything. You know, it's like they can be very deceiving. They can look okay, but the integrity of the belt is questionable. So if you don't know that timing belt has been done, and I think on most of the cars it's 60 or 90,000 miles, it should be done. So if he's had this thing for any length of time, and you've never done it, it's got 100,000 miles on it, I would recommend getting a timing belt done. I don't recommend doing timing belts. I recommend timing belt kits. A lot of the water pumps are turned by the timing belt. There's a lot of tensioners in there. There's a lot of pulleys in there. There's bearings in there that are all associated to the timing belt. So I really, truly recommend that when you get a timing belt done, see if they offer a timing belt kit for it and do all of the essentials that's in there.
If the timing belt gives out and you're driving, what happens? The car just quits?
Well, it depends. Is it an interference motor? Is it a non-interference motor? If it's an interference motor, I guarantee you that if you're driving and the timing belt breaks, I guarantee you will wish at that point in your life that you would have put a timing belt on that engine. Because when you got to pull the head off and now replace all the bent valves, and possibly we had a Toyota Tundra come into our shop that the guy did not do the timing belt on. The timing belt broke. Not only did it smash and bend all the valves, but 3 of the pistons were actually destroyed inside the motor. This truck had to have a new engine put in it.
Oh my God, yeah. So I guess what you're saying is when you get high mileage, better to go ahead and replace it than take a chance.
One of the manufacturers out there is Honda. The company Honda pushes maintenance, pushes timing belts. At that time, put a timing belt in. And what they're doing is they're not trying to sell a timing belt job. They're trying not to sell an engine for this car.
Right.
Because they are an interference motor, and it hurts them badly.
Normally speaking, is that a couple $100 job?
It's more like a $500 to $700 job to do it with the timing, with the kit.
Oh, how long does it tie a car up?
You'll be without the car for a day, maybe a day and a half.
Okay, well, thanks for the info. Take care.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take a little break, but before we go to the break, let me tell you, or ask you, Matt, to tell what kind of oil you put into an oil change, because we want to give away a free oil change.
Okay.
So we're trying to sell an oil change, but it's going to be free. But there's a condition, right? The condition is you cannot already be a customer of Matt's.
Right.
So if you've never been to Sunrise Automotive, you can take my word for it if you trust me. Hopefully you do. I've made a real important effort in my years as a radio guy to try to be as honest as I possibly can. If I don't know somebody's lying to me, then I can't let you know. But I usually, Rob and I are pretty good at this. So anyway, you get the point that we trust Matt. Matt's my guy. I go to his whole garage. Philip, everybody over there, I trust them with my car. And if you want a great oil change and an opportunity to meet some really great people who will take care of your car from now until the Honda closes, then call right now. You have to be a new customer. So tell me about the oil change they will get.
Okay, well, what we do we don't call it an oil change. We call it a service.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so because an oil change is an oil change. It's a changing of the oil, changing of the filter, and lubricating the chassis. A lot of cars today don't have grease fittings anymore.
You do all of that.
But we do even more than that. We check the air pressure in your tires. We check all the fluids. We check your lights. We check your air filter. We make sure that your windshield washer jug is all full of windshield washer fluid. We really just look the car over. We don't like pull wheels unless they ask us to and stuff like that. But all the fluids, we check everything. We just go through it and check everything, and we give it a service, not just an oil change.
Wow.
The oil that we use is a multi. It's a multi-blend oil. It's 80% synthetic, 20% conventional. The oil is good for 4,000 miles. So that's a new oil, new filter, checking and adding and filling all your fluids. And even if you're paying for an oil change and you need a little brake fluid, or you need a little spot of coolant, or you need some washer fluid, we don't add $2 for this and $1.50 for that and $3 for this. So at the end of the day, your $30 oil change is now $62.
Right,
we just do it on everybody's car. And that's what we do for an oil change.
All right. So the only prerequisite is you cannot already be a customer of Matt's, and then you will get the gift certificate that will give you all of that. What does that normally cost?
Well, with tax and everything, that comes to $30.86.
So this is a $31 price, basically. All right, so 622-9622 is the number. You will not be on the air. We'll take your call off the air. I'm going to do everything I got to do with the computer, then I'll pick one at random, and we'll be right back. 622-9622. We'll pick one at random.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On Tuesday, cloudy most of the time, but it'll be less humid in the afternoon. Just be on the lookout for a couple of showers and a thunderstorm near the coast. A high of 80 to 85. Tuesday night will be mostly clear and cooler with an evening shower thunderstorm near the coast, a low of 52 to 64. Wednesday, plenty of sunshine, cooler but nice with a high of 71 to 75. And Thursday, nice day with plenty of sunshine and a high of 73 to 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Duffy.
Robin, how do you like my design?
You're designing a box?
That's not a box. It's a doghouse.
Rough draft for your rough? Sounds like you need personal service.
I do?
Yes, to print the blueprints. See Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can print blueprints, notarize permit applications, print and mail out invoices, and even provide great-looking business cards.
Personal Service Center. That's the one on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, right?
Just look for the yellow signs. Your pedigree palace will be a reality in no time.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
It's that time again. FAFO's Ocala Arts Festival, one of the most beloved events of the community, is coming the 28th and 29th from 10 till 5 in downtown Ocala. 180 artists from around the country, free admission, free children's art projects, free live entertainment on 2 different stages, and free parking, plus a food truck rally at Citizen Circle and food vendors throughout the event. Come one, come all. Ocala's Arts Festival voted 32nd out of 200 of the best festivals in the USA. Bicycles are great fun. You see nature up close. You get no impact to exercise. The possibilities are endless. You could start your bicycling adventure at Brick City Bicycles. Young or old, experienced or a new rider, visit Brick City Bicycles at 217 Southeast 1st Avenue right here in Ocala. Brick City Bicycles has everything all under one roof. With holidays right around the corner, Santa wanted you to know now's the time to lay away that special gift. Stop by today. Brick City Bicycles. On November 9th, the Bridge at Ocala Assisted Living Community will be hosting their 7th annual Wreaths of Hope silent auction. This year's proceeds go to benefit the Trinity Catholic High School Band. There'll be live entertainment, hors d'oeuvres, a chocolate fountain, and of course the silent auction. A $10 cash or check donation is requested per person and includes 2 free beverage tickets. Plan now to attend November 9th from 6:30 till 9:30 p.m. Call 352-873-2036. All right, 20 minutes after 10 o'clock. All right, Caroline called and is the winner. Congratulations, Caroline. The phone disconnected while we were talking, so I didn't get to tell you, but we are here at the mall. You'll have to come in with some kind of ID so we know that you are who you say you are, because right now everybody else is listening in there. Oh, I'm Caroline. You got a pretty big beard there, sir. But if you show up with, because we know your last name, thank you for telling us. Well, we won't tell anybody else that. So if you just come in and tell us who you are, it'll be waiting for you in an envelope, and then congratulations. And you're really going to be happy with the service over at Sunrise Automotive. 7 days. All right, Joe wants me to tell you. 7 days is the amount of time we give people to pick up prices. Otherwise, they get recycled, and then I go get my oil changed. I'm teasing. All right, so that's good. You know, when I listen to you describe it, I mean, that's a really good service.
Yes.
Especially just when I went to go get my tire checked the other day because I thought I had a nail in it. I'm pretty sure that Philip gave it a little bit of a look over too to make sure everything was good because he knew we were going to Oviedo.
Right.
So, all right, let me take a phone call. I'm sorry. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Yeah, hi, Matt. I wanted to follow up on the comments about the Honda, and I could be wrong here, so please clarify. I am a Honda owner. I own a 2.4 2008, and that, I believe, is a chain drive non-interference engine. And I believe it's the V6s that carry the timing belt. So if I'm right, I just wanted to put the 4-cylinder owners at ease.
Yeah, and even though it's a timing chain motor, I still believe that it is an interference motor, but there is no recommended, okay, you got 100,000 miles on it, now you need to replace a timing chain. I think all the timing chain motors, you just need to pay attention to any kind of a noise, or if you start hearing like a high-pitched squealing sound. There are still, even in the timing chain motors, there's still pulleys and whatnot that the timing chain is riding on. So those components still have bearings in them, and every once in a while, and it's not. And Honda is pretty much awesome when it comes to their components in the front. Nissan, there's some other car manufacturers that we have to go into and actually work on the timing chains on like the Ford 5.4 2 or 3 valve motors. They have timing chain issues, but that will give you a noise that will definitely draw your attention, and typically most people get them in the shop and say, what is that noise? Well, it's something inside the timing chain area, and then we can go and fix it, and we're not worried about bending valves and blowing up pistons and all that kind of stuff because we caught it before anything that major happened.
Right. Yeah, my understanding, and I follow it all the time, is frequent oil changes is the best thing you can do for a timing chain, and all the other goodies in there.
And changing and maintaining your car across the board is the best possible thing that you can do to keep you from having to replace an engine, or replace a transmission, or replace a rear end. 90% of the time, that the reason I'm putting engines in cars or transmission is it's lack of maintenance.
Right. I had a shop once, actually, and had a customer that bought a Mercedes diesel and came in with 45,000 miles and some knocking sounds, and I said, when was your last oil change? And the customer commented that I don't change the oil, I bought a Mercedes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I had to explain that that's not kind of how it works. But enjoy listening to you, Matt, and Larry, and everybody. And thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
see you later.
Thank you. All right, the phone line is open. We got about 5 minutes left. If you want to call Matt, 622-9622. Can I mention your app? Not your app, but I mean you have an app advertised anything. So on your wall in your shop, there was an app ad for something called Carfax, and I downloaded it because I got a cool phone, and it told me right away that I had a 2005 Buick Rendezvous. I mean, it knew. All I did was put in my license plate number, and it knew my VIN number and everything.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is kind of. And the reason I signed up with Carfax is whenever you bring the car in to have it serviced, anything done, and in the middle of the night or, at 2 o'clock in the morning, the Carfax program downloads all the information of what we did in the shop that day, and it goes on to their history. So if you're out looking for a car, a used car or whatever, and you run it through Carfax, if it's been serviced at Sunrise Automotive, it's going to show up as part of the history. It'll show up if it's had any body damage, and that's the big thing that everybody has this car been crashed and and but also has it been serviced, has it been taken care of. So this is another tool that we got involved with, because I don't use Carfax, but on the dealership side I use what they call auto check. It's kind of very similar to what Carfax is, except for our industry.
So it told me that I have 110,572 miles on my car right now. I can't wait to go out to my car and see if that's true. What it did not know was my nickname, so I got to type in there, Papa the Trunk, right?
Papa the Trunk.
Isn't that my nickname?
That's your handle.
So it tells me all the oil changes and everything, not just me, but the previous owners.
Yeah.
Wow. Does it give me his name? No, it doesn't give me his name.
No.
I got 3 months left until I have to do registration. That's because my birthday's in February. My tire rotation, not enough data. Oh, maybe I got to do that. Do I ever get my tires rotated? I don't know if I do or not.
See,
I don't know. Have I ever done that?
I don't know.
Do you do?
I can't remember everything I do to everybody's car.
Oh, I thought you knew.
But the thing about it is, as soon as I get back to my office, I can look at your history. That's one of the other good things that we do, is I don't have to guess it. Like if you came in and said, I need to have things serviced. I don't know what I've had serviced. I can go back and through our history, I can look at everything we've ever done.
Oh, I got an important question about this. So if I go to a shop and I say, hey, something's wrong, it should still be under warranty, and you look it up and you say, yes, it still is. Now, in my case, it's not, obviously. It's been too long, but let's say it should still be under warranty. You say, well, it is, as long as you've been changing your oil.
No. If it's under warranty, it's under warranty.
Oh, really? I thought you had to keep them.
Well, now the warranty company. If your car is within the guidelines of a warranty, now your car could still have a factory recall, and if there's a recall out on your car, when you come in, as soon as I punch in your VIN number, it automatically tracks the recall database, and a little red light pops up on our computer, says there's an open recall on on Larry's car.
I hope not.
Now at that point, I can say, take this over to the Buick dealer, and there's a recall for an ignition switch.
And they'll do it.
They'll do it, and it doesn't cost you anything.
I did have that with the car that hit the cow. There was something with the headlights, remember?
Yeah, right.
Remember? I had to go to Orlando for that one, though.
And one of the things that we do as a company, and we don't have to do this, but let's say you bring in a car and there's a problem with it, and we don't, and it's questionable. Is there still a warranty available on this car? Philip or Chrissy, they'll actually call the dealer, give them your VIN number, and and find out if there's if it's still under warranty. If it's under warranty, we'll guide you over there. Or I have some people that say, I never want to go to the dealer ever again, and I'll actually take it over for them as a courtesy.
Oh, no. Oh, that doesn't sound like they had a good experience. All right. If you are interested in finding a great mechanic, I would say Sunrise Automotive is a great place to go. And where are you located?
I am at 1800 Northwest 10th Street. It's on Highway 27, just right across from Howard Middle School.
Look at this is your exit zone right here. Cars are cars. Call us if you need Matt's information repeated. 1800 Northwest 10th Street. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Larry.
Cars are cars all over the world. Cars are cars all over the world.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump and Tennessee Republican Senator Bob Corker are going at it today. Corker says the president should leave foreign policy to the professionals for a while. White House spokeswoman Sarah Sanders tells Fox.
If Bob Corker is suggesting leaving it to the professionals and he's referring to himself, we've left it to him long enough and he's been ineffective.
The president tweets, Corker dropped out of the race when I refused to endorse him and couldn't get elected dog catcher. Corker tweets back, same untruths from an utterly untruthful president. Alert the daycare staff. A Senate vote on a disaster relief bill is expected today.
The $36.5 billion package would assist victims of recent hurricanes and wildfires. This is the second wave